Hello mini fans, today I'm going to make a video which is very different as you have seen before. This time I'm going to talk you about the problems that I had with the company Kiky about copyright infringement that most of you know from 1 year ago, but today I'm going to show you everything that happened. So you're going to see the emails that we sent to the Kiky company, also the messages that we received from fans, and of course all the proofs that they didn't want to find a solution. All the story began in 2016 when Indonesia came to Formula 1 with Rio Haryanto for the manual racing team. Of course, the fans were gone crazy because they wanted to see their national hero in Formula 1. But about the messages that I received from the fans is something that must deserve another video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the problems with Kiky, which started on July 9th when I received a message with a picture of a notebook with Rio Haryanto's design in mini version and also the MiniDrivers logo, which is copyright protected. On this message, I wanted to know every detail about this because that company was making business, and as you may imagine, they didn't ask for permission about this, and of course they are making business with a design which is copyright protected. I received the details that this notebook has a price of more or less $3. But we wanted to know everything about this, so we received an email from Kiky saying that they would like to make a cooperation with us, that they were sorry about this, and well, instead of explaining this, I'm going to show you the email that they sent me. Dear Sir, introducing my name, I'm a Kiky creative manager. First, thanks and much appreciate that you have developed Create Our Driver to your cartoon artwork is cute and impressive. I deeply apologize that I had used your image as our notebook cover. In future, we would like to cooperate with you. Is it any possibility to work together with using your image applied to your notebook product? Much appreciate for your kind attention. Waiting for all your good news. Thanks. As you can see here, they were in love with the design. I want you to remember this because it will be very important for the future. Of course, I sent them an email to answer this request, and of course, I'm going to show you what I wrote to them. Good morning. First of all, thanks for sending your email. I'm really sorry about what happened because, as you may imagine, it hurts when you are making all the designs with all your love for the fans and you discover things like the one that happened with you. Of course, it would be nice to collaborate with you, but as you may imagine, seeing that you make business with my creation, which is protected and registered, is something that is out of my control, and I really didn't know how to manage this, so I let know to my lawyer all this to see how we're going to manage all this story. If you want to find any solution about this, I will be pleased to read your answer. In other case, I will let you know what my lawyer would say about this. Regards. So, as you have seen, first of all I wanted to know what are they going to do about this and how are they going to manage this problem. Wanted to see if they are going to make any compensation about the copyright infringement of what type of business they want to do. This was the answer that they give me. I'm so sorry about that. I thought that the drawing is from Rio's fans who participate in our little contest. I like it, and I made it at a notebook cover and we put Sahabat Rio Dukung Rio. I really don't know that MiniDrivers is a company, so sorry for me deeply apologize for it. I am very happy knowing that you would like to cooperate with us. We usually use licensed designs from our book covers like Angry Birds, Avengers, Justice League, Transformers, My Little Pony, and many more of them. Our term and condition with the principal, we pay a royalty 7% based on wholesale price. We are sending sales reports every 3 months and a royalty fee will transfer to your account automatically. License should give us exclusive rights, develop character regularly and provide 25 new designs every 6 months. That's the basic clause that we are doing now. Waiting your good news and much appreciated to your kind response. Thanks. So, as you've seen, they wanted 25 designs of Rio Haryanto. They didn't say anything about the sales that they made during the season. We wanted to know the price, we wanted to know the details, And of course, we wanted to know what are they going to do about the copyright infringement. Of course, you can make business with someone, but if you first broke the laws and make business with that, you know that there will be some legal problems. So I talked to my lawyer and he sent this email to Kiky. Hello, my name is and I am the legal advisor of Mr. Cañas, whom you directed the last email for motive of the discovery for my client for the legal use for you of the MiniDrivers. It is important to remember that the ignorance of the law does not exempt us from his fulfillment, and the application of this one is bidirectional. This is like one forces us to his fulfillment. Also, we will be able to claim the other's infractions that against our interests and rights are committed. He has discovered that uses MiniDrivers in the mask of the notebooks that are selling for the whole Indonesia, which supposes clearly the violation of the copyright that have Mr. Cañas. In the practice, let's be before a conflict related to the rights of authorship of any type of protected work. The author has the right to claim at harsh produces that are causing this illegal use. From your offer, we understand that we offered percentage is low enough, and it will have to be fixed in 20%. That is what habitually my client is coordinating with other operators. Evidently, there must be a total transparency in the links that it joins us, and to have punctually the numbers of sales, numbers to have to be real. With regards to be requested realizing 25 designs every 6 months, Mr. Cañas fixes the price for each one in the quantity of 100 euros. On the other hand, nothing you has told about the use of the brand during all this time, and this utilization must be translated in the quantity of money on having had been realized without his necessary authorization. We hope your news and receive an attentive reading. We put a price about the designs because it was shocking for me to make business with the design that they thought that it was made by a fan, a design that they loved, and they think it was correct to make business with that. So I thought if they want the designs, they have to pay for it. So I put a price X for those designs. Of course, I wanted to know their contra price. So I wanted to see which price were they going to be able to pay about this. But of course, we wanted to know the answer about the copyright infringement. So this was the answer that Kiky gave me. Nice to know you. First of all, we contact Mr. Cañas because we want to build a good relationship. As soon as we know that MiniDrivers is one of his artwork, immediately we contact him directly. Like I explained before to Mr. Cañas that we think that Rio MiniDriver is designed that Rio's fans made for our contest. In regards you asking 20% royalty is too much impressive. We have been 14 years in this business and no one is asking a 20% royalty fee. We have many top characters licensed like Monster Incorporation from Walt Disney, Justice League from Warner Bros., Angry Birds from Rovio, Avengers from Marvel Heroes, My Little Pony and Transformers from Hasbro, Pokemon, Doraemon and many more. The royalty fee range around 7% to maximum 10%, and it includes a lot of artwork and design. Last thing, Rio is our driver, but Mr. Cañas used him from his artwork. We never asked for permission to. I just want to have a good solution for both of us, clearing this problem with happy ending, with a win-win solution. As sale report, we produced 20,000 of books that our selling price is $0.1 for each book. We had sold 15,000 of books. The balance stock in our warehouse is 5,000. I'm waiting for your good news with a win-win solutions. So here comes the problems. First of all, the price that they made for each book. They told me that it was 0.1 for each book. But on Facebook, I asked for all the details of that company to the guy that sent me the picture. So, which was the answer there? The price of the book was $3 for each book. The second thing is that they said that I didn't ask permission to make the design. So, there comes here something that makes no sense. So, I can make the design, but you can make business with that because you thought that it was made by a fan and you think it was correct to make business with that. So what's the problem here? Of course, we again insisted about the royalty fee, that we accept that 10%, and again, we wanted to know about the compensation for the copyright infringement, which is the main problem here. And what are we going to do about this? We thought that the price of €1 for each book that they made was correct. Of course, it was a really high price, and we wanted to know the different price that they are going to tell us. So this was the email that we sent. Thanks for your message. Again, I'm really sorry for what happened between us, and I also want to have a good relationship with you. But as you may imagine, the illegal use of our copyright of MiniDrivers is something really serious, because you know how is the feeling of seeing how other people make business thanks to the effort that you make in your work. I would like to let you know that there is a big difference between making a design, something that I've been doing for almost 10 years, but I always made with non-profit, and another thing is making business for this. Since the start of the series, I've been talking with official teams of all the racing categories that I make, and even with official sport, and there was never any problem about it, and it was because I was never making business about it. You said that you took the drawing because you thought that it was made by a fan, and you're right, I'm a fan like another in this sport. But the difference is that my designs have copyright, especially to avoid things like the ones that happened with you, and I want to find a good point to avoid more problems than the ones that we are right now. As my lawyer said, you didn't say anything about the compensation for the illegal use of the brand MiniDrivers, and after talking with my lawyer, we thought that a fair compensation would be 20,000 euros, receiving my lawyer the correct percentage for his work, accepting that I would receive the 10% of the benefits of the sales of the notebooks, and bringing the designs that you request for the next 6 months. I also want to let you know that we will talk with other brands that you said your work to know all the information as possible about the business with you and the percentage that they receive. I'm sorry for having to be serious about all this, but as I said, we found so many times people were using the designs without permission, but they never made business with it, and this is something really serious. I'll wait for your answers. So you see here that we wanted to be serious about the problem. The copyright infringement was going ahead. We knew that we aren't going to get a win-win solution, so we wanted to know the real answer. We wanted to know what they think about the 20,000 of euros of compensation about the copyright infringement. Of course, we knew they are going to decline that, and they were going to talk about another price and find the correct one that would be fair for the two of us. But what is the problem? We received the last email from Kiky on August, which was this one. After your reply, it's looked we had difficulty to do a long-term comparison with you. I contact you with a goodwill, how to find a win-win solution, but your reply isn't a win-win solution. You want a compensation for 20,000 euros, which is very unreasonable, due to our product low value selling price. We have licensed many characters, and it's a worldwide brand. None of them charge us for 20,000 euros. They charge less, that then they support us a lot of hard work of design plus marketing campaign in Indonesia. For this time, to make it clear, we accept your request of 10% royalty from our sales. As reported, first production 20,000 of books, selling into outlet 15,000 of books, and the balance of 5,000 of books in our warehouse. Selling out progress looks very slow, so we will not repeat. Problem, our balance stock of 5,000 of books not selling yet. As we sell on consignment base, we will give you a report every 3 months after we collect the money. We make to transfer directly to your accounts. Please give me your account details. Thanks. Of course, we knew that 20,000 euros was unreasonable, so we wanted to know which price was Kiky going to pay about this copyright infringement. So we sent them this email. We know that you wanted to contact with us with goodwill to make a cooperation, but first of all, it's needed to think about the problem that was caused at first by the copyright infringement that the company made about the MiniDrivers. We can reach an arrangement about the price of the compensation. We would like to know how much will you be able to pay and talk about the final amount to avoid going further. About the royalty of the sales, it's okay the payment of the production of the 20,000 of books. How would you make the payment and how much will it be? As I said, the other mail was the last answer that we received from them. 1 month later, in November, we sent them another email, which was this one. We sent you an email last month with a way to finish the problems about the legal issue that your company made with my designs. I'm still waiting an answer about that, but time is passing and we're not receiving anything. We're still waiting to know about the compensation for the copyright infringement. We told you a price that you thought that it was too high, and we're still waiting to know how much would you be able to pay to compensate for this problem. I'm also waiting to know about the payment of the 20,000 books that you made. Yours sincerely, Mr. Kanya. And that's it. This is all the story about Kiky. I'm still waiting the answer for that email, but as you may imagine, they are not going to answer about this. And a few weeks ago, Rio Haryanto made a debut in Formula E, making a special test, and people were asking about the design. So I made this one, which was very polemic, of course. But what are you going to do? Imagine that, for example, Rio Haryanto become the driver of Formula E, and again Kiky stole the design and make again notebooks to support him. Do you think this is correct? I want to know your opinion about this. And sorry to make this video, but I had to explain everything because it looks like that people still don't know that my problem is not with Rio Haryanto, my problem is not with Indonesia. My problem is with the copyright infringement that a company made with my designs. See you people.